Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Once again, we got background music going nuts, which we love to hear. How is everyone doing today? I streaming on a weird day, but I don't know. Every day's a weird day, right? I'm still getting used to it. This is stream number 3. I am just getting everything ready here. Anyone have a good... I just saw you guys yesterday morning, so I don't know if anybody has stories from yesterday morning, but if you do, now's the time to share them. We are cooking with our app today, and I'm loving it. Just checking that we're live everywhere. We need to be live. Make sure everything's good. We had a couple new followers on Twitch, which I am stoked about. Thank you to those people. I am just, look at this. This is going away. All right. Looks like we have someone on Twitch. Welcome. Excited for another stream. If you're there on Twitch, if you have a chat going on, if you're able to chat, go ahead. Tell me how your day's going. I want to hear about it. I want to see how everyone's doing. If not, that's okay too. That happens too. All right, I'm trying to figure out how to delete this thing here. I was briefly live for like a few minutes, and then OBS actually crashed, which sucked because that meant that I had this little tiny live stream now that went to all the platforms. I think YouTube and was smart enough to like not put it as like a clip or not as like an on-demand thing, but everyone else, all the other platforms, seems like they struggled with that. And then they posted that one little clip. But welcome. I also have a new background thing going on. A new background music. It's this thing called Pretzel Rocks. So right now we're doing some chill EDM. And my understanding is all this I can stream and not have to worry about copyright. So should be exciting. All right, I think we're live. We're working. We're rocking. I'm just gonna clean stuff up here, and then we are gonna switch over to our code. We'll see how it's going. Open up Xcode. All right, we have it open. Time to switch over right about now. There it is. Hey. We are over here now. I don't know what it is with this camera. When I switch scenes, it screws up the background. Isn't that weird? I'm not sure what that's all about, but we'll figure it out. All right. Welcome, everyone. So today, I'm going to move my microphone real fast. All right, is that better? I didn't want to like blow anyone's eardrums while moving that. So yeah, today I actually updated the description of our video so that we had a bit of a plan going on for what we're doing today. So I'll show you guys where the app is. Let me just run it from here. I'll show you the status. Like I said, we just did yesterday, streamed, and not a lot happened yesterday. So we're going to see, not a lot is different than yesterday, to be honest. But we'll wait for this to pop up here. If it's ever going to pop up. Hello? Supposedly it is starting up. That's what I've been told. Oh, there it goes. All right, so we have the events. I did change it so now the events, sorry, I was just checking to see something else here. Sorry about that. So yeah, we now have it. So we have our gifts from last time and our add people. So we can now, still add people just like you'd expect. I also added links here straight to the people detail. So now we can go straight to there from here. And then I also separated creation and updating of different, of events specifically. So now this is like the event detail. And then we also have the create event, which is a little bit smaller. I gave it some nice little actions here, which is cool. And then in the gifts here, I did end up getting this working. I know we were kind of struggling that at the end of yesterday's stream. So now it's totally working, where we can add a gift. We'll call it, I don't know, for Ginny and Harry, we'll say we're going to give them a pie for their wedding. I don't know. That's a weird wedding gift. Anyway, so we'll say that's for Harry and Ginny. When we create that, it puts it down here. And then what's cool is we can actually go to their profile, and that same gift will be right there. Same with Harry Potter. There. And I think we can delete the gift. Interesting that Harry has another gift, test 68. Oh, you know what? I think that was when I was testing for Harry's birthday. I'm going to get rid of, I don't like to keep those test ones in there. I just like to keep it a clean, at least in the simulator, keep the data clean and, keep it normal. So anyway, I think this is looking good. One little thing I wanted to clean up that I discovered right before turning on the stream here is, so for the create event form here, or create gift form, and this is I did some reorganization. So this is in the person detail. So this is the form that you get to from the person detail. So if I go people, the create, what is this, gift form? It would be this form here, which I should tell it to be shorter. See, this is why we're doing stuff. So we now have from the, you don't look like you can actually pop up any smaller. Interesting. Let's go to the event list here. And we'll see, this presentation detents. That's what I was looking for. So that's one thing here is I think we should make this shorter. So we'll go to the people list. Here's our sheet. Oh, it's already here. Wait, that's show add person. Is it under the, oh, it was under the person detail. Ha. The person form. There's the sheet. So we'll add that to these here. And then the other thing I want to show you is, so for this create gift form, I added a placement. So top bar leading for cancel, top bar trailing for create. And I learned there's actually a better way to do this, where you can say this is the cancellation action, and we'll call this the confirmation action. And they'll actually be in the same place, but on different platforms, it'll adapt better, is my understanding. And I'd like to reuse these as much as possible. So anywhere I have those navigation things, which I haven't done everywhere, but the places I have it, I think here, top bar trailing, yep. So we'll say this is the cancellation action, and this is the confirmation action. And yeah, I think literally on iOS, it'll look exactly the same, but on watchOS or I don't know, even tvOS, if we get to that, it will look a little nicer. So anyway, there's just a little tip. I'm still not sure. I don't want you to be full. Well, maybe I do want you to be full size, because there's potentially people here. I'm not sure, but what are we doing? So that was just the intro. That was just the beginning. We are going to today. So this gift right now, when you get a gift, add a gift, all you can do is give it a name and the people. And you can also add a gift this way. So you can give it a name and then say what event it's for, which it can only be for one event, whereas it can be for multiple people. But what I would like to do is be able to tap on this gift. Oops, not this. On this gift and get a lot more detail about the gift. That's something I'd like to do. So, I'm going to change this music. Is anyone in love with this music? I'm going to go see if I can even find where that music's playing from. There it is. You know what? I could bring it into my other screen here so that you don't have to see it. And I'm going to change the filter a little bit. I want only instrumental. There we go. Some chill EDM. I feel like that's good music, right? That's good streaming music. We're having a good time. What could be more fun than making a SwiftUI app? That was for real. I mean it. All right, so what do we want to add to a gift? Well, we obviously want to be able to change its name, but one of the things is with an actual gift is I'd like to be able to see what person it's for in the gift detail. So we're actually gonna go here. I'm gonna clean all that up. All right, we're gonna create a new gift detail. And we actually said this is a purchased gift. Right, we'll keep the naming consistent. So purchased gift detail. And we'll create in here a new SwiftUI view, call it purchased gift. What was I going to call this? A form. Cool. And another little technique I found, naming this a form instead of a list also helps it adapt to other platforms, which again, hopefully we're going to do that someday. So but with macOS and watchOS and whatever. So we'll do a form there. And then, oh, interesting. Do we already have a purchased gift form? Wait, hold up. Where would that be? Invalidation of purchased gift form. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Purchase gift form. I want to call this create purchase gift form. And I'm going to add that here so that we keep everything consistent. That's really interesting. And honestly, this maybe I shouldn't call this a form. Maybe I should call it something else. But, we're going to call it a form for now. So, what do we want to be able to do? Well, first, we want to see the people. So let's say for each, well, let's do a section in here. And we'll call this people. Awesome. And then here we'll do a for each. And this is where we need to start thinking about our data. So we'll let gift, which is a purchase gift, and we'll pass that into the constructor. And then we'll say gift dot people, and then we'll set that to be nullable, I guess. And this is person in. And here, for now, we'll just do a text where it's person.name. And that's going to line me for this. You know what? We don't need a preview. We're not going to use previews today. I might just stop using previews. They just always seem to cause more heartache than just doing the thing. So, I say as it. See? Another preview issue. I renamed that and forgot to update it there. I really probably should have done a refactor, like a nice rename, so that this stuff doesn't keep happening. This is why we use our refactor tools. But you're watching me make mistakes live, which is why ultimately it's why you tune in, right? It's to watch me make mistakes live. Hello, everybody. I see we have 4 people on X. Got 1 on Twitter, 1 on YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, if you're able to chat on your platform, I believe all of those, you should be able to chat. Hit me up. We had a lot of people on X, Twitter, whatever, last time, and I didn't see any chats come through, and I guess I'm not even sure if that even works. Can you even chat? Yeah, you can. So for example, I could say hello, and then that should pop up on our stream here. Yeah, it totally does right there. So anyway, if you're on Twitter, you can totally chat with me, and that would be super rad. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what you're up to. But of course, if you're busy, no worries. No stress there. But yeah, if you're on Twitter, if you're on YouTube, whatever, it all comes to me in the same feed, into this feed on the stream, so you can see your name and everything. Pretty cool. All right. Where were we? We were presenting those people on the purchase gift form. So we have our for each with all those people. And then I also want to be able to add a navigation title. And then we'll do gift.name. Is that it? Yeah. But, and this is really cool, if you pass a binding in your navigation title, it just like becomes editable. That's the trick. And look, it's not going to work. It's going to make me a liar. What is your problem? Cannot find $gift. Is that just because this is let? Do I need to make this var? You just had to make it var. No? Look at me being a liar. What on earth? Well, I do this in the event detail. What is your problem? Event? Is it because I have to make it at state? Okay, I can do that. And I think it still should update Swift data. I guess we'll test it. Yeah, that worked. That was super weird to do, but anyway. And then we'll also copy this line just to force it to be an inline navigation title bar. Again, it's talking about like other platforms because that's kind of what we opened with. I'm not sure what it looks like on like Mac OS or anything like that. Again, we're not really worried about that, but it'd be interesting. Like when you force it inline, what does that look like? Okay. Oh, you know what? Now we have to add some navigation links to that. So for example, from this event form, we got our purchase gifts. Boy, this is getting mighty nested. We might have to do some refactoring here. Oops, but we'll do that off camera. I had to come over. Oh, Luke Moody. Hey. Oh, interesting. You don't see the stream on YouTube? Interesting. Welcome. Yeah, I'm not sure on LinkedIn how the chat works. And I also can't see like who's... It's like using... So I'm using Restream is the thing. And it's... Yeah, I'm using Restream. And I don't get to see how many people are viewing on LinkedIn. And so... And I don't know if I can see your chats. I don't know how it works. But welcome anyway. Thank you for jumping onto X. I'm going to post. Can I do that here? Here is, which honestly, I should probably do this like more. I should have a bot that kind of posts this. But anyway, there's a YouTube link if you want it. For the live stream, and I can also look up Twitch here. You know what? Twitch is easy because it's just my channel. So yeah, I'm my dev life MT, which is super frustrating to me because my dev life, the actual my dev life was taken by someone else on both Twitch and YouTube. So I'm my dev life MT for Montana, which is where I'm from. So anyway, but the brand is still my dev life. Anyway, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm big enough yet. You can search for it. Still new to this, but anyway, Luke, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you're seeing some cool SwiftUI stuff. A little different than maybe what we're doing otherwise, but cool. All right. So where was I? I was putting the navigation link here. And navigation link needs a label. And then what would we call this? A purchase gift form. And the gift is this purchased gift. Beautiful, autocomplete, love to see it. We'll do the same thing on this people view too, which is the person detail. Because we also have gift ideas, and then we have events, and we have gifts right here. So we'll embed this also in a navigation link, and we'll make that the label. And then we'll do our purchased gift form. Beautiful. Oops. Oh, here I just called it gift. Great. All right, let's check it out. Every time I run this, I think hot reload is so cool. I take it for granted on the Flutter world. It's so cool. All right. So now, yeah, we have little arrows here so we can go check it out. Looks like the umbrella is just for Ginny Weasley. And the pie is for both Harry and Ginny. Very nice. And of course, oh, we were going to check, can we actually rename this? And yeah, it looks like we can. All right. So that's a good start to get some more detail in here. Now, do we want to be able to mutate this? I don't know. Like, mutate this people list. I kind of don't think we probably should be able to. But is that what I want to work on now? Because the other thing I want to start getting into is, like, tracking information stuff. Although that's a whole thing, isn't it? To, like, get tracking information on, you know, what exists here. So maybe we will do that. First, I'm going to go make sure this works too. Yeah, it will. It'd be cool to have like an image, right? To be honest, I'm not really sure how to store images in Swift data. So that could be in a learning experience. If anyone has an opinion on what we do next, that would be something to drop in chat. what you want to see next. But bearing all that, we'll make this editable here. We'll work on getting this new form, get some swipe actions. So you should be able to probably add people to this list, and you should be able to remove people as well. So, boy, it's getting complicated even for me. So, for when we create a gift, I do just have these sliders, because the thing is for a gift is I want you to only be able to add people to a gift if they're in like the event. So maybe we need to do a very similar thing here where we list all the people. Basically, what if we just did this UI like that? We could do that, because then that's just, instead of text, we do some toggles. And person.name is still the label, and then I think it's selected. I forget exactly what the thing is. Let's check it out. Here, I think I've already done it. Is on is the interesting. I just realized maybe I don't need to do this way. Can I do it like this? Oops. Is this allowed? And then I don't need this anymore. Does that make it grumpy? I made it grumpy over here, but not over here. Okay. That's a nice little cleaner way to do that thing. But so I had to create this make binding function. So a little bit of, I don't know, we won't call it tutorial, just a little bit of info if you're still learning SwiftUI like I am. This is on takes a binding. It takes a binding of type Boolean, right there. So it has to be able to bound getters and setters kind of together in a binding. But the way I'm storing that is we have this people array. So basically it should return true if the array contains that particular person. And also when you set it, it needs to like add and remove people from that list. So this little function here takes care of that make binding. And so I'm wondering if I should make this like a little utility or something so it's a little easier to, like an extension, so it's a little easier to do. But I'm not sure, because this is specific to like people. I'm not sure how I'd do that. So instead, I'm just going to do the tried and true Command C, Command V, because we're going to need something like this for the binding. So we'll say is that make binding for the person. But this is going to complain because people doesn't exist. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to see if this works, because gift has a reference to its event. And then we can say get the people from that event. So we're actually going across two relationships. And boy, it's going to be all sorts of upset about this, because there's a lot of nullable stuff here. And if this is all null, I think it's going to be mad. Yeah, so we might need a default. So we'll say the default is just false, probably. I think it's safer for now, because it shouldn't ever be null. It's just a thing that you have to do for like CloudKit stuff. And again, it's not null, it's nil. I'm still trying to figure out, still trying to get that through my mind. Nil and null are not the same thing. Okay, and then same issue here where we don't know self.people, but we'll just kind of copy the same thing here. So we'll just append that to the list. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I've never tried to access, basically we're going to have two relationships. So it's gift to the event to the people. I assume this should work. I have no reason to think this shouldn't work, but, and actually, sorry, this is wrong, isn't it? Because this is saying the event contains those people. Wait, hold up. I might have screwed this up. I think I was talking too much instead of thinking through what I was doing. I think this is right. We want to list all the people in the event. And then it's true if the people for that event, or sorry, for that gift. See, I'm confusing myself already. Something like that, I think. I think this is more accurate. Look, we'll test it. We'll see what it's going to do. We'll see if it even compiles. It does compile. Watch, this is going to work first try. I feel so confident. He lied. All right, we have our three. And Ginny and Harry, but not Neville. The umbrella is just for Ginny. But if we say it's for Neville, hey, would you look at that? That's pretty cool. So this pie right now is not for Neville. So if we go to people, go to Neville, no pie. But if we turn it on for Neville, go back. Oh, interesting. I wonder if we have to like recycle. That's kind of interesting, but it is there. What if you do it like that? See, this is something super weird I'm trying to figure out about Swift data, is that it doesn't seem to update stuff. And maybe you have to update it more directly, like manually, because we're not updating person. We're not updating this person object with that gift, so do we have to say person dot gifts dot append gift? Do we have to update both sides? Because that feels wrong. Nice, Luke. Yeah. Swift is, this whole thing has been a super interesting thing for me to go through, because it's definitely, the bindings, they're pretty cool, but I'm trying to figure out like why. And normally you don't have to do them like this, right? Normally they're like this, where you just do a $sign and it's super nice. But when you have to manually do them, they're not even too hard. But anyway, all right. So if we remove Neville, we go through here. So Neville does not have a pie, to be clear. Oh, except for now, how do I add it? Because I had to add it through here. All right, we'll update both of these. I was gonna try to shortcut it for the stream, but that didn't happen. So we'll say remove all where, and $0 is gift. I think this should work. So we're actually like manually going into that array and removing it. And again, this seems wrong because these are all linked up in a relationship. So we shouldn't have to edit both sides, but I'm wondering if that's why like the data is getting stale kind of, because we're not manually updating it. So we'll go back here, give Neville his pie, and then go to Neville. There's his pie. Say no more pie, Neville. See, pie's still there. What's up with that? But then if we go back, we go in, it's gone. If there's any SwiftUI experts watching, that would be super cool and super helpful if you know what the heck is wrong with this. It's really frustrating me. That happens other places too. Like if I add a gift idea to Harry, and I don't know, say Harry needs a map, because I don't want to spell Marauders on stream. If I create that, it's not there. But if I go back, it's there. So clearly it's like not updating everything. What's interesting is that it gave me no errors to say, you know, if I take away the pie from Harry. It gave me no errors to update both of them. And I believe it's like running both of these. But I believe, yeah, this is on the person form. We're accessing person.purchase gifts. So it should like, I don't know. You know what? I wonder in this case, is it because this is bindable and not state? Like maybe it needs to be state instead of bindable. That's interesting. We'll just give this we'll give this a test here. Debugging with Marcus live on stream. What could be better? That's what you're here for, right? All right. We'll get our pie. We'll give both the guys their pie. There it is. And if I take that away, we solved it. Oh man, I need like a sound effect for we solved it. Is that gonna fix this too? Hold up. What else does Harry want? How about a potion? I'm so bad at Harry Potter. I know a lot of the things from Harry Potter. I just forget, like I have no idea how to spell them. And I don't want to spell them poorly on stream. Like that's embarrassing, right? Anyway, it didn't fix it there. But we're also not doing that mutation there. So, all right, we're getting all over the place here. But in the sheet and create gift idea form, if we go to it, we are inserting the gift idea, but we're not mutating the person. So let's say person dot gift ideas dot append that gift idea, and we'll run this again here. All right, we got, nope, that's an event. Let's go to the people. We'll go to Harry, and just so I don't have to think of new ideas, we'll delete those. All right, we'll say we're gonna go for it. Marauders map. See, it didn't do it. So I'm just gonna say a map because I can't spell. Create that. There, that inserted. All right, so maybe you just have to edit both sides, which kind of makes sense. You have to edit, but that's kind of a that's a little annoying, and I don't think it's consistent. I think it depends on how you're passing the data around. But if that's all it is you have to edit both sides, I'm actually okay with that. But yeah, that's pretty good. Cool. All right, so we can now edit these. So I'm in Neville's thing here. Can take the pie away. There it is. An interesting thing, right now you're able to create a new gift here, but you can't add an existing gift that's like already in the system. Maybe that should be something that you're able to do here. But all right, so that's pretty slick. You can now create a gift. You can assign who the people that it belongs to, and you can rename it. What other information does a gift need? Should I get into the budgeting stuff? I kind of think because the budgeting stuff is a big part of this. So basically, for an event, I want you to know how much you spent on an event, because I think it's good to like know. It's just good to know, and it's good to know like throughout the year, how much money did you spend on like a person gift wise. And I'll say, I'm just gonna bring this up because my wife and I were talking about this. We're going to Big Marcus Camp for this, because hey, okay, cool, Luke. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, try out some Swift, and thanks for tuning in. And yeah, you enjoy your work day in Australia. Awesome. Anyway, yeah, I going to Marcus Big Cam. Basically, one of the things, so part of this app is to keep track of like your gifts and your events and stuff, and which is good. But the budgeting thing is really interesting, because it's not so much that like we're worried about spending a ton of money on people. I think there's like, I was talking with Margaret about this the other day, that it's not so that, hey, we don't want to spend too much on like our friends and family. It's just so that you can keep track. You can know like, hey, especially for kids, it's like we spent a ton of money on this kid, but this other one, it's like, a third as much over the year between like their birthday and maybe Christmas and whatever else. And Christmas is also a good time to like balance those scales a little bit. So I don't know, I'm probably overthinking it. Our kids are too young that they don't even understand that yet. To be honest, they don't understand how much they spend, how much we spend. They don't really understand money as a concept, but they will someday. They'll understand. They'll be like, Dudley, or Dudley, what is his first name? Anyway, is it Dudley? Dursley. Is it Dudley Dursley? Because it's Vernon Dursley, right? Is it Dudley Dursley? That's a horrible name. Anyway, I'll go back to the code so you guys don't have to hear my crazy ramblings about Harry Potter. But that is, so we do on a budget, basically. That's all to say. Budgeting is part of this. We want to know how much. So each gift that you buy should have a dollar amount. So let's just do that now. Let's go into the gift. And how should we save this? I mean, it should work across currencies and all that. So maybe I'll just say we're going to save it in the smallest increment. I think would be smart to say the smallest increment being like in America, in US dollars, that's cents. To be honest, I don't know what it is in other countries. That's because I'm a moron and don't know currencies around the world. So for gifts, where did I put gifts? It's in here somewhere. Did I really like nest it somewhere? Did I screw this up? I think I did. I think Command Shift O. Yeah. Gift. Oh, I know why. Because I was looking for gift, but it's purchased gift. So there it is. Purchased gift. Okay. I screwed that up. So we're going to give just a new amount. We'll call it cost. And that can be an int. And we'll set it to 0 initially. And then we'll let you pass it into the constructor. And yeah, we'll set that also to 0 as a default. So now we have the cost. It's being saved to Swift data. Let's look at the purchase gift detail. I guess we'll just start with that one that we're working on. And for now, I'm just going to have a text field. We'll call it cost. And the text is just going to be gift.cost. Just for now. We're going to do a lot of like mutation of this. And of course it can't be an int. Interesting. So let's, you know what? I haven't done this before. So we're going to check it out. How do we do currency formatting in Swift UI text field? Because I've never done this before. So we are going to learn together from Chase here, from Medium, how we can do that. So text, looks like we can format really well. So let's just do that for just to start. So we can say event.cost, and then we can format .currency, and then the code is locale current currency identifier. That's really interesting. Or we can manually give the code. Okay. So, and I bet it's not going to work because I'm saving as ints. Let's just try it. Just for now, I'm going to force it to USD. Of course, I don't want this to just be a USD thing, an American thing. But just while we're learning together, we can't find event. I keep doing that. That's so stupid of me. Gift.cost. Thank you. Build succeeded. I'm going to reorganize here a little bit. So pi umbrella 000. Okay. And then it was, does it have the same format? Oh, it has the same format in the text field? For real? Is that as easy as it is? I could say text field. No calls. Oh, because we need the value. Okay, hold up. Except for this is going to be, this is gift.cost. And this text here is going to be the label. So we'll call it cost. Is this allowed? Oh, I forgot a comma. Can I run this? Yeah. What do you look like? Survey says. What do we got? I just triggered Siri on my iPad, so that's awesome. Go away. How do you stop Siri? There, it just stopped. It realized I wasn't talking to it. All right, it got distracted. So I can type in here. Interesting. I can do that. And does it save? Okay. Is it saving as an int? That's what I want to know. Like if I say 632, it's just saving. Is that the one I did? Yeah. It's just saving the 6. Maybe I'll just say, look, maybe we'll just make it a decimal. I'll just go for it. How bad could that be? The reason I want to save it as an int is it just feels like the math is cleaner, but I don't know. Maybe Swift can deal with decimals in a way that's better than some other some other languages. I don't know. I've never done it before. So we'll try it out. We'll see what's going on. So now pi, I could say it was 632. Oops. 632. And now it should actually save that. Yeah. An umbrella could be $12.99. And it saves as $12.99. Okay. That's what we want, right? I mean, that's looking good. And I should be able to come at it here, and have the same thing. Okay. So these gifts are tied to people, and they're tied to events. So let's go to our event model. I can just go event. And let's create a computed property, kind of like color here. Cost, and that's going to be a decimal. And then we're going to return. Now here's a question. Does Swift have a reduce function or something like it? Swift reduce function. It does have a reduce. How do you work? So you give it an initial and then you give it a closure. Okay. Cool. I can do that. So we have the gifts, which we call them purchase gifts here. Let's reduce this. The initial is going to be 0. The next partial. So you do it like this is interesting. So you have your accumulator and you have your accumulator and your current. Is that the order? You know, it doesn't really matter because we're just summing them. But I want to know. I want to know for my future knowledge. Result and then self.element. Okay. So it is like that. If you've never seen a reduce function before, it's yelling about. I'll fix that in a second. Actually, I can just do it here. If you've never seen a reduce function before, basically you're taking a list, an array, and then you're calling this function for each item, and every time it runs, its current is like the particular item that you're on, and then it returns whatever the results of this function are every single time. And it like the accumulator basically, so like the first time it runs, and actually I just realized I have a bug here, so this might be confusing. Okay. So the first time it runs, accumulator is whatever you started out at, so in our case 0. So it'll be 0 plus the cost of the first one. And let's say the cost here is 5, whatever. The next time it runs, accumulator will be at 5. So it'll be 5 plus, let's say the second one is 6. So now accumulator is 11. And then it'll be 11 plus whatever. So basically it's a nice way to like quickly sum up every, all the elements in your array or something. It's kind of what it's for, it's a slick little function, I think. So anyway, the reason we did that is because I want to go to our event detail, and right at the top, even above general, let's just have a text, and let's give it a headline font or a large. I don't know what the difference is, so we're going to look at headline first. We're just going to say this is going to be event.cost, that computed variable that we had. And then we'll say format is going to be .currency. And again, we'll hard code USD for now. And what this should do is just add up the total cost of all the gifts in the event. So there it is, 1931. That is headline, huh? Interesting. I don't know if I love that. It's all right. It could be a lot better. Obviously, it needs probably a label or something. Maybe where we got? Oops, event form. We could throw that in a H stack. Oops, and then we could say text event, or maybe just total gift costs, and a spacer to split it apart. And then that should look nice and purdy. There we go. Total gift. That looks nice. So say, oh, it's 1931. That's how much we spent. So if this was, let's create a new event here. Call it Christmas. Christmas. And of course that's December 25th. We'll create that. And we'll pick a different icon for Christmas. I don't think there is a tree. Or not like a Christmas tree. Is there like a pine tree? No. Maybe this is something we'll do. I want you to be able to use an emoji also, so just an icon. For now, we'll do, I don't know, like a star. I know there's a star in there. Beautiful. And Christmas, we're going to make it like a nice evergreen kind of color. If I can find one easy without going crazy. Yeah, that's a good looking green. Like right there. Good enough. All right. It's actually a horrible shade of green, but that's fine. So we have Christmas. We can say I want Harry and Ron and Ginny and Neville and Luna. Just get everyone. We're shopping for everyone on Christmas. It's Christmas. Then what we can do is, let's say we go out shopping. I'm going to say we got what do we get? How about a sneakoscope is a thing. Sneakoscope for Ron. And that was, it's interesting. So that starts at 0. I wonder if there's a way to like quickly just click on it and like it works. You know the other thing I'm curious about? Sorry to get distracted. I want to get the keyboard up so that I can see what keyboard it pops up. See, I want this to be a different keyboard. So we looked at this. Keyboard type Swift UI. There's a dot keyboard type. Is this Swift UI? Yeah. And we could say dot whatever. That's pretty easy. All right. So we can say that's in our purchased gift form. Here's our text field. We can just say dot keyboard type and dot is our currency. I'm sure there's a number. Specify number for keypad, number and punctuation. I think is probably what we want to watch. What we want to do. Boy, well, I'm streaming almost an hour already. Time flies when you're having fun, when you're streaming fun. You know what doesn't fly is apparently my simulator. Why are you stuck again? Hate that. Sometimes that it just gets stuck a little. Okay, so now Christmas sneakoscope. That's not the right keyboard. Oh, numbers and punctuation. That is what I said, isn't it? That's not what I wanted. What keyboard types do you have? Do you have examples for me? Number pad, phone pad. That's close. Twitter. There's a Twitter thing, a decimal pad. That's what we want. It's decimal pad. There's a Twitter keyboard type. That is how crazy it is that he renamed that company Twitter. From Twitter. Look, this is baked in to UIKit. Is a Twitter keyboard type, and it's no longer even. That doesn't make sense because Twitter doesn't exist anymore. That's crazy. All right, sorry. Just not to get crazy. I know I have a lot of people watching right now on Twitter/X, so I don't want to. Shouldn't badmouth it. I'm not badmouthing Twitter. I'm badmouthing a specific decision that was made. Anyway, all right, I'll shut up. So that's what I should do. This looks good. We can say 72, and it updates that cost. And then, yeah, we should be able to say the sneakoscope cost us like $9.85. Oops. And then let's say we got Harry is it Bernie's Every Flavored Beans? Okay, now that I know this works, I want my hardboard keyboard. Is it Birdie's Every Flavored Beans? Let's see. Is it Every Flavor Beans? It is Birdie Potts Every Flavored Beans. Look, I'm just gonna copy that. That's gonna be a really awesome one. Birdie Pot Every Flavored Beans for Harry. And I should really add the price thing to that form so that you can just put it in right there. That costs us $8.60. And you see that total gift cost keeps adding up. That already is a super handy thing, I think, just to know what you've got, people, who you're shopping for. Not to mention, you can totally say, hey, for Neville, here's the gift ideas. Or I don't think I have any for Neville. For Harry, here's some gift ideas. It shows you can delete them. But, oh, wouldn't it be cool if you could link the gift ideas to the gifts so that when you purchase the gift, it automatically comes out of the gift ideas? That should be something I do. So, like, you could say, you know, if he had Birdie Bot's every flavor beans as a thing, as like a gift idea, it just takes it out. That'd be super nice. We'll get to that at some point. That sounds really hard, to be honest, so I'm not going to do that right now. We'll do that later. But, hey, this is looking good. I'm trying to think what else I could work on just on stream here. Anything in particular? You know, I mean, I could add up for people. But the thing is, I think I want to have like a reporting section or something for that, because what I don't want to do is say, hey, how much have you ever, spent all time? Like, that wouldn't make sense for like every gift that's in the system over years. That would be no fun. And the other thing is, probably for like these gifts, it'd be nice to have some of that detail here. And honestly, it maybe will be, I need to do some like UI research, but it probably doesn't make sense just have it in a list here. For one, we definitely should have like who is the gift for. So maybe I'll do that real quick. That wouldn't be too hard. This event form. So like all these gifts. We have this text here. Let's embed this. How do we do that? Let's embed this in a VStack. And actually the swipe actions, I want to go with the whole VStack, not just the text. Thank you much. And we'll say this text is going to be purchase gift dot people dot, is there a join? All right, let's see how people do this. Swift join, an array of strings. Joined is what I want. Okay, returns a new string. Do I have to map it first? Is that how this works? Because this doesn't exist. Yep, it has to be, well, does this work? We'll say our separator is a comma space. Does this work? I don't think it does, because I need to map first to the name, I think, which should be easy. Just $0.0 I don't know if you have to do this. Again, I'm not a SwiftUI Pro yet, or Swift Pro in general, but I think that should work. What do you want? View builder, empty, what are you complaining about? Is it just that my indents are all screwed up? That's probably it. Oops. Oh, more. Re-indent this, please. So there is an option I should remember that. Okay. Not for people. Like, this looks like fine indentation and stuff. Maybe the swipe actions need to be outside the navigation link. We'll try that. Now, are you happy? What if I try to run? Will it just get rid of your error? No, it's really saying view builder requires that empty table row content conform to view. What? That's super weird, right? If I comment this, is this the issue? That apparently was the issue. I think. Yeah. That's super strange. Okay, it doesn't like this thing here that I did. see, this is how you do an array of strings, but I want to do, can I join with other objects that aren't strings? That's super, see, this is all easy. Maybe I need to say that specifically, joined array of objects. Swift array joined function. We're allowed to join the elements array. This function creates a new string by concatenating all the elements using a specified separator. You can also join it without a separator. Okay. You're just the same thing. It's just a list of strings, which I think is what I have. But like this should be a list of strings here. And then if I'm curious if I say maybe map doesn't return what I think it does. What do you return? Map. One. Oh, something's like really screwed up here because people is probably nillable. Oh boy. We don't even know what purchase gift is. Purchase gift is everything's broken. Oh boy. Let's try to deal with this. This is the truth about coding. If you've never been a coder, you get to this point where you just don't really have a clue what's going on. You just don't. Stuff is giving you bad error messages that don't make any sense. You just gotta press on. I'm gonna say if let subtitle equals. We're gonna try to do this in here instead. We're gonna give that a question. I'm gonna say subtitle here. So we're basically gonna do the check in this if and see if maybe it just wasn't happy that I was doing it in the view directly. Plus is a little bit cleaner, I think. And maybe it's because I didn't have that question mark. I added that. I think that's all it was. Oh, it doesn't like this. Oh, and maybe, did I have it actually say separator before? Looks like it's a named thing. And, okay, now it's mad again. That's so weird. And it doesn't know anything about this. It's like so close to understanding what I want. Maybe did I just spell separator wrong? Now it's purple. Trailing as, okay, let's fix that. Whatever it is. Okay. I think it just put parentheses around the map thing, around that closure, which I'm actually totally, that's good. All right, let's see. That was a lot of weirdness there. But that's how it is sometimes. Wasn't too bad in the end. So now, yeah, puts there. Okay, we already know we need to adjust the alignment. Oh my gosh, get out of my face. Alignment to be dot leading. Great. And then I want this to be dot font, dot sub. No, I want this to be like caption. Caption. I want it to be caption. I think caption will look nice. So it's just a little bit smaller. One of the things I do really like about SwiftUI so far is like their way that they deal with fonts, where you just say caption and that can mean different things for different people. Oh, interesting. Both of these are for Ginny. But if I say that's for Ginny and Harry, I think, yeah, it'll tell you. That's kind of nice. This doesn't tell you though what each one costs, which probably doesn't matter, but yeah, you can figure that later. So we had a bunch of people watching on Twitter. Welcome. I hope you're not bots. I don't think so. Someone on Twitter, or sorry, someone on Twitch, someone on YouTube. Welcome, guys. Love that you're all here. We're having fun. So interesting. All right, this is looking good. One thing I did say I wanted to do is be able to put the total when you create a gift. So we'll go wrap those up now. So we have the create event, which is not it. It's the create purchase gift form. And we'll just add it to this section. And we saw last time, we just need a text field to cost. And then we'll say value is going to be gift dot. Oh, this is interesting because we don't have a gift yet. So why don't we have a gift? You know, I'm not going to refactor now. I'm not going to refactor right now. We're just going to create a variable and get a decimal. See? Do you see I caught myself? That was pretty cool. I'm learning. And we're going to say format is currency with a USD code for now. And then we'll pass that into when we create the event. Oops. Say the cost is cost. Very good. And then now that should replace that. So now when we add a gift, yep, we can do that. One thing I would like is how this is formatted. Can we, like, when we click it, select all the text? Is that easy to do you think? Swift UI text field. Select all text when tapped. Select all text upon click. Stack Overflow, what do you got for me? Yeah, accept all the cookies. No, I don't need to log in. Import combine has that. Oh boy, that seems like a lot of work. I don't necessarily I don't necessarily want to do that. I've created a view modifier. Selects all the text in a text field. The only downside is it won't work with multiple text fields. Well, I need it to work with multiple text fields. And it's a modifier. Select all. And this is that on receive thing. It's the same thing that we're begin editing notification. So it looks like the answer is no. There's not an easy way to do it. Focused. If .focus doesn't work for some reason, you can add an on-tap gesture to the text field and use a bool variable. Oh man. See, does not look just horrible. What is this on focus state? See, we're learning together. This is what learning looks like. What is the focus state property wrapper? It gives specific property wrapper for tracking which view currently receives user input, called focus state, be bound to a Boolean to control a single field or an enum, control movement between several. Oh, interesting. Okay. But I think that just means like where your cursor is, right? That's not necessarily, yeah, that's very similar to like on submit and stuff. So it's not exactly what we need because it doesn't actually select the text, which is what we were talking about. I just would like it if when you click here, it just, you didn't have to like back. I mean, what I could do is not start it at 0, but it's not something I'm worried about right now. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. So good enough. All right. Is there anything else? I'll tell you what we're going to work on next. I might do this off camera. We'll see. But it's kind of a big thing, so I didn't want to start it today's stream after doing everything else. Is I'd like you to track the status of your gifts. So is it like just planned? Is it purchased? Is it like ready to go? You know, everything. So that like, is it wrapped? So that you and potentially like a partner could actually keep track of what the GIFs are at. So anyway, that will come, but that's gonna be another, I think, big change. So and like I said, maybe I'll look on linking GIFs to gift ideas so that there could be that really easy link. But the stinking thing, every time it does that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching so much. We're gonna wrap it down here. I hope you guys had a good time, and I hope that you know, if you're following along real close, I hope you're learning stuff. And if you're not, I hope you're trying to chat. And, you know, if you want to learn about SwiftUI, I'm obviously learning too. So, but we could learn together. That's the whole point of this whole journey. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I said this in the last stream, but we have people here right now watching. If you would like to get a alpha of this app, pretty soon I decided I'm gonna have a form to submit if you'd like to like be an alpha tester of this app, because it is in test flight already, and I'd love to get people testing it like kind of as soon as we can. I think that would be really nice to have. Yeah, because you know, we're making progress. It's not done or anything like that. There's still so much that you want to do, but I kind of want to have a release that I can release that I feel good about, you know, relatively soon. And then people can be playing with it, you know. And I don't know, you know, if I'm going to charge for it or whatever, but definitely I'd love to get something shipped sooner or later. That would be helpful in the short term. And then, of course, we'll work in the long term to just keep adding features forever and make it 100% fully featured like the vision. So, which will be a forever task. That's how these things go. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.